Howdy folks, Kirk and Jay here with Kirk Giordano Plastering. Today we are on top of the world. We're here to do a 4x4 patch. Anyway, we're at the Hilton Garden Inn once more. I actually bid this wall 20 years ago. That's how long I've been doing this, actually 40. But where we're at is the 16th floor. The elevator goes to the 14th floor, and I said, do you know how difficult that would be to carry all that sand and cement up 2 floors by hand? Andy Davis did that. I know, he was a buddy of mine, still is. Anyway, you see they got a great view here. When I was here last time, none of those cranes were here. That's the Oakland port. It just shows you how far that port is expanding. Some kid left his helicopter here, obviously. Remember Arnold? Okay, get into the chopper. We're gonna go over here and I'll show you what we're gonna be doing. Get away from this landmines. Often folks will put in air conditioning units, all kinds of stuff for these hotel motels. All we're gonna do, guys, is I told them, which side do you wanna do? They said, do the inside because we don't wanna mess with the metal on the outside. So we're not gonna fill this 12 inches. All I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this mesh right here, cut it, concrete nail it in here, and plaster this up. Why? They're afraid some nutcase was going to climb under there where the pigeons have been roosting or setting forever and come in here. Today's world, who knows, they might be right. We are using some Chemset. Why Chemset? Because it's a lot lighter than actual stucco. How am I going to get all these big tools in here? Not sure. But we're going to give it our best shot. Ooh, this is already setting. We just made it. All right. Get back up there. Already setting. Woo! Let's see if I can get my big trowel into this tiny space. Whew. Oh yeah. All right, come on now, get in there. You look at that blue stuff, you'll say, what's that? That's Wellcrete, because we've got to make certain that this adheres to the rest of the wall. It's got so much pigeon crap, I don't want to take any chances. Okay. Once this is set, then I have not much to worry about as far as getting the rest on. Oh yeah, it's getting hard already. And we just put the calcium in here. What is that? Calcium sulfate. It sets this material fast. Okay. This is one of the times where I should have had a smaller trowel, but we'll make it work a little bit at a time. I'll just put it on the toe. Technical term, heel toe. Get in there. And this is like an iceberg. Most of it is going through. It's got a key right through the other side. Break onto to the other side. All right. Let's see how much I got left in here. And normally this material will take 2 to 3 hours to dry. It's kind of like Structolite except on steroids. This stuff can be used inside as well as outside. Okay, how am I going to get it in here? Just like that. I'm going to put it, tap it, flatten it, and put more. I think I will try to do my second coat. This is going to be dry in about, 5 minutes. So I'm going to try to get as much on as I can right now because we only have so much of this stuff left. Then we'll have to switch to regular stucco. Regular stucco is a lot heavier. I stole the chopper because it reminds me of my boy Arnold. If Arnold were here, he would say, okay, guys, I'm going to teach you how to apply stucco now. First, you have to get it onto your hawk. Get it all out of the bucket. Now put it on your hawk and squeeze it in there. Okay. Now that is all of the stucco I got. We got a little bit of mud left, not enough. Look at this. Who's the best? That's hard. That's 5 minutes ago. Anyway, I'm going to try to just bottom up a little bit so that when we do go back down 16 floors, we don't have to bring that much back up. Take this right here and put it on best I could with this big trowel. Sticky stuff. Sticky mud. Okay, I'm trying to get all the rest of this stuff out of here. Bucket scoop, guys. It's designed to get every grain of mud out of the bucket. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Spin this baby, get it all out. You know, we do have a video where we show how to make these. You type in how to make a bucket scoop if you don't want to pay the $20 for one. Anyway, okay, that's all she wrote right there. We got to go back downtown to get more. Now looking at where the heck am I going to put this mud here? Okay, come on now, don't waste it. This is hard right now, so I'm not worried about the so-called iceberg effect where I push it in and it all goes through the wire. So close, but yet not enough. Now, I don't know if we have any more of this, but we do have tons of other stuff that are compatible. Anyway, that's a good solid base coat right there. Now I need about half a bucket more of any type of stucco will do. We got about 10 different types of stucco on the truck, so we're going to go down to the snack bar, that is, and go back to the truck and get some more and finish this up. Okay, guys, how stiff is this? Hey, that's mighty stiff. All right, it's been about a half hour. Now, we didn't have any more of the chem set. I asked Jay, well, what do we got? He says, well, we got Imperial base, we got some Lion Plaster, diamond. I said, give me the diamond. Now, guys, diamond plaster is made to go according to specifications 1/16 to 1/8. But what happens if you go 1 inch? Nothing. It just, if you trowel it on right, nothing happens. It just glows when you over trowel it. So I'm going to go with the diamond. Diamond is a lime plaster. This, what I'm put on was a lime plaster. Chem set that can be used for interiors as well as exteriors. Earlier the contractor was here. He says, Kirk, how in the world are you going to finish that with that Congo trowel? I said, well, actually I don't really know. I just know I can do it with it. If you want, and you got nothing better to do, you can watch me do it. I never think about how you're going to do it. I just do it. So, if you guys are thinking, how's he going to do it? You'll see. A lot of obstacles right here. And we got we got a few holidays in the mud, a few clinkers, nothing we can't handle. Okay. How long does diamond take to set? About a half hour. But if we're going over a finish that has got accelerator in it, like this chem set, it'll set a lot quicker than that. Okay, here we go. Get on there. Few clinkers in the mud. Big deal. Like right here. Get off there. You're messing me up, dude. Okay. Now I got this difficult section here. Just like whipping cream. Check that out. Is that stiff? That's mighty stiff, all right. Do I keep hitting back here? Well, I guess I should have grabbed my old square trowel, but we're gonna make it work. How about that? We had enough. I'm just gonna lay this mud right here. Now I'm gonna finish everything off with my handy dandy little bitty margin trowel. Beautiful. Actually, I hate to go all the way back downstairs to get a smaller trowel, but keep. All right, I'm gonna go get my square trowel and finish this up, and we'll show you the completion of it as soon as I get these little clinkers and crap out of here. All right, guys, that was a 15 minutes you guys didn't need to witness. Here's a tip, guys. Earlier when I was talking about I put diamond on a lot thicker than it needs to be. If you do that and you put it on a lot thicker than it needs to be and you wet it, a lot of people say, how do you make it look like glass? If you wet it and you put it a little thicker than it needs to be and you trowel it a lot, that makes it look more like a glassy sheen. For example, clean all this tools off. Okay, I just wet it. And you could bring diamond back to life. You see that? You just keep troweling it. And you bring it right back to life. A lot of times when people say, I want it to look glassy, I just over trowel it. And when it dries, it looks kind of glossy. And if you're not sure what plasters work with other plasters, put a bonding agent on it. You can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and you can get quick-creep bonding agent. $10 will buy a pint, and just put that on whatever surface. Then whatever other surface you want, say you want to mix lime with gypsum or gypsum with any other kind of plaster, put that on it and it will adhere. Lastly, too, I'm going to use the heel of my trowel. This is the toe, this is the heel, and you just go straight up, guys, straight up. You can pull off a little bit of fat. See that? That's a little bit of fat. And if you need it someplace, like say, okay, put it here for example. You can put it there and then trowel it on. Anyway, guys, we're going to get out of here. My name is Kirk. Jason on the camera. We thank you guys for watching, and as usual, we'll see you on the next video.
All right, folks, we want to thank you for watching how we do things in the stucco and plastering world. We really enjoy your questions and comments, so if there's anything you want to learn about that we can show you, please let us know in the comments. And as always, from the entire Giordano family,
we'll see you on the next one.